Greetings, beloved light warriors. It's Saratoga, and this is our weekly focus card reading for the week beginning October 25th through October 31st, 2021. Now, before I begin, I just want to make a little announcement for you guys. I will be taking a short break from the Sunday card readings only, just for a few weeks. And the reason for that is because I'm getting ready to launch my new online course, Ascension Power, Trust the Light Within. I'm going to be launching that hopefully in a couple of weeks from now, so that's going to take up a lot of my time. So I had to let go of something just for a few weeks. So I think I'm going to let go of the Sunday card reading, just take a break from that. I'm still going to be doing my Tuesday and Sunday on camera videos. Absolutely. I'm not taking a break from that at all. Now, I know a lot of you really love these card readings, so I want to give you guys a suggestion for the next few weeks. If you want a reading and I'm not posting a new one, I do have a playlist on my channel of about 90 card readings. So if you want a card reading, I'd suggest you go to that playlist and pick one that stands out to you, and that will be a good reading for you for that particular week. So that's something you can do in the meantime. I don't know how long it'll be, probably 2-3 weeks of a break, something around there, and then I'll be back to it again. And I'll let you all know in the community section when I'm coming back to the card readings, but I will definitely be here every Tuesday and every Friday throughout that time period. Okay, so, one other thing. If you're interested in this online course, I'm going to put a link to the wait list below. There's only a couple of weeks left to get on that list. And here's why you might want to do that, because whoever is on that list is going to get a very big discount that the public will not get. So if you think you might be interested in that course, I'm not going to take the time to talk about it here, but just if you're interested, go click on that link in the description, get on the wait list, and then you too will be offered early access along with a very big discount. Okay, so now let's get into this week's reading. This card says Solitude. This is a very beautiful card. So a very important message, I think, solitude. We have to have time to ourselves, especially the way things are in the world today. And I think the message for this week is very much emphasizing the importance of taking time to yourself, whether it's in meditation, whether it's just doing something you enjoy, something where you can be with you. Because, you know, the thing of it is, in order to get in touch with who we really are, to get in touch with our true connection to the universe, to our creator, to oneness, with that love that is one with all things, we really need some space alone. Because having that solitude, having those moments of solitude, gives you a chance to put all of your focus within yourself. Now, I want to point out some things on the image on this card. We see an island, some clouds in the background, a full moon, and someone sitting in a boat in very, very peaceful waters. So I want to talk about this message in terms of what the image could possibly be showing us. I think the island could represent the island of our individual lives. So each one of us has our own unique life, our own unique set of circumstances, our own unique experience. And that's sort of like our cosmic island on this planet. We can actually look at that in a very positive way, no matter what our circumstances. And I say that because we can look at that as the creators that we are. So if you just take a moment to contemplate your life as it is right now, think of it as your own private island. Even if there's other people in your life, other circumstances, whatever it is, it's your life, it's your experience. So you can think of it as your own private island. And you get to design the nature of that island. You get to design the nature of that experience. But in order to do that, you need some time, you need some space to yourself. Now, I want to talk about the clouds that are behind the island, which I think is very interesting, because we have the full moon, which I think symbolizes clarity, because full moons are very well known to be good for clearing out energy. So it's sort of like you have the full moon behind those clouds, and then you have the reflection of the full moon by the boat. which if you put those two things together, it's like if you take that solitude, the universe is going to support you, because behind that moon we see the universe, right? The universe is going to support you in gaining clarity. Now, why is that time in solitude a great time to gain clarity? Because you're not focused on all of this, the external distractions. It's almost impossible in this world to be engaged with the outer world and have total clarity about yourself and who you are. Because our minds can be darting all over the place, our attention can be darting all over the place, we can have multiple distractions going on all at the same time. It's very difficult to get grounded and centered and clear. So in solitude, giving yourself the gift of solitude, where you are, like if you notice the person in this boat, he's apart from the island of his life. Him or, I can't tell if it's a man or a woman, it doesn't really matter, it's a person. Standing apart from the island of this person's life, gaining clarity, observing the island of his or her life and saying, what do I want to do with my life? Who am I in relationship to my life? Who do I want to be in relationship to my own life? And as you can see, the clouds are behind the island. So those clouds, maybe if you are immersed in the external world, your experience, your vision, your awareness, and your knowledge might be clouded. But because this person has chosen to step away, step far enough away to be able to observe that island, that person has clarity. Those clouds are not obscuring their vision. They can clearly see the whole thing. So you could even say that the clouds could represent all of the distractions in the outer world that cloud our ability to have perspective on who we are and on our lives. So I really feel this message is coming to us right now, because right now it is extremely important to know who we are in the situation that is happening on this planet. If we don't know, see, here's the thing. The outer world demands that you be what it tells you you need to be. There are so many voices, you know, whether it's coming through the media, social media, relationships, projections from other people. There are just so many voices that are implying that we need to be a certain way. We need to think certain thoughts. We need to hold certain beliefs, and we need to behave the way we're, quote, supposed to behave. There's like a cacophony of voices, right? We need to get away from all of those voices, each one of us as a unique individual. We need to step away and feel that serenity, because looking at the person in this boat in those still, calm waters, you get such a feeling of serenity in that solitude. So I really think you need time. We all need this. We need time alone to know who we actually are to ourselves, to know who we want to be in our own lives. And it's really a very simple message, but it's so powerful and so important and so profound. I personally think it's a great thing if you can do this every single day. I like to do this in the morning. I have a minimum of 1 hour to myself every single morning for meditation, for whatever else I might want to be doing, where I'm just by myself, with myself. It's a time to get centered, to feel grounded. You know, it's very, as I was saying earlier, it's very difficult to feel centered and grounded unless you start with just you. Unless you start with feeling yourself, your inner world, your inner being. The reason I like the mornings is because the mind, I think the mind is quietest in the morning when you first wake up. I think as the day goes on, the mind gets more and more active, the brain is more active, and it's much more difficult as the day rolls on and all the stuff happens and all the things we have to do. It's much more difficult to come to that quiet place of serenity. But in the morning, when you first wake up, that is the ideal time to take for yourself. So even if it's just 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you can manage, you can make it a routine and watch how it will transform your days. If you do this every single day, you give yourself those moments of solitude every day and you make it a priority, make it non-negotiable. Because think about this, what's the most important relationship we all have? It is the relationship we have with ourselves. Because the relationship we have with ourselves determines our higher relationship with the universe, with the Creator, with whatever we refer to as God in our lives, with that infinite presence and power that manifests all that is. That relationship is so important because that's what centers us and gives us the clarity in this world. I mean, let's take one final look at this image again before we complete this. And the clouds around that island could completely smother that island so you wouldn't even see it. And this is a thing that can happen in our lives. All of these distractions, all of the stuff going on, all of the fears and the anxieties are being projected upon us. The anger, the division, all of it, that can just cloud. It can be like a big giant cloud of pollution over top of your life that creates a lot of static energy in your experience. And then it subsequently will create a lot of anxiety. And then you're like, man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's happening. I don't know who I am. I don't know anything. You know those kind of moments where you have that sort of like you feel really out of balance because there's so much going on? You have the power to restore serenity in your experience. You have the power to restore calmness, balance, clarity, certainty, and confidence. Just by taking those moments of solitude, just for yourself. You deserve it. You more than deserve it. I mean, it's like breathing. You deserve to breathe, right? Well, you certainly deserve moments with yourself. And I think really, I don't think this is a very complicated message this week. I think it's really simple. I think the larger message here has to do with how important this is, how vitally important this is. Like, now is the time to establish for yourself time alone, time with you, time to get centered and grounded and clear, because, you know, we don't know what's coming up next, right? I mean, there's so much craziness going on. So we want to be very empowered and strong and secure inside of ourselves and in our being. And those moments of solitude where you can commune with the universe, where you can commune with your own breath, where you can commune with your higher self, your inner being, your guides, whomever it is or whatever it is for you. Give yourself that every single day. It's like food. It's food for your soul. It's food for your heart. It's food for your inner being. So I think that's really it. It's a really very simple message this week. I think that, like I said, I think the bigger message is take it seriously. Take your need for solitude very, very seriously. Make it a priority. Okay, so I think that's it for this week. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you found it helpful. And I look forward to seeing you again in a few weeks. I will see you on Tuesday. I will see you on Friday. And I will see you every week on those 2 days in my on-camera videos. And I'm wishing you all a beautiful week ahead, sending you all so much love. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Namaste.